Hi folks, back again. This is Bathrobe Chronicles number 76 part 2. I actually taped the part 1 and 2 several days ago, or a couple days ago, and for some reason the part 2 just doesn't work. I've tried like redoing it several times. You know how you process it and you take it in and put it in whatever the software is. I've tried 3 times, and regardless of how I process it, changing a couple little odds and ends, when I try and upload it on YouTube, it immediately has this red mark saying error. So I really didn't want to go through this again on this particular one, but I'll try. And part 1, of course, was about parents whose child ended up dying because they didn't seek medical attention for him. They instead prayed over him. And the night I taped that one, I was pretty ticked off. Well, most likely still am, but I just sort of felt obligated, just in case anybody cared, to finish part 2. And I'm not really sure exactly what I'm going to say, other than, I mean, what can you do? You have these religious people, so-called, out there, and they're all over the place. And of course they have all these bizarre beliefs, and they act on them. And this is not an isolated case. Unfortunately, I've got another one here that I'm going to talk about, I don't even, maybe in the next segment even, I don't know. But this is something that just goes on and on and on. And of course, I guess in our country, I don't know what the statistics are, but and of course the statistics are only as good as, well, the statistics, so to speak. You read stuff about maybe 12% or so of our country would be made up of atheists. And I'm sure there might be some atheists, depending upon how the information was gathered, that most likely wouldn't want to say they're atheists. But let's just say that, let's even say that it's 15% or something like that. And I would imagine the 85%, that biggest percentage, would of course be Christians. And and they have these beliefs, and of course the beliefs are based on, as best I can see, absolutely no evidence. They're getting these messages from their preachers and things like that. They're getting messages, from the Bible. They're reading all that stuff. And if they're true believers, they will follow this stuff and they'll act on it. And this is what happens. Someone had commented, I think maybe even on part 1, that someone in his family, I believe, I can't remember, bear with me here, but I think someone in his family was having a baby, and they weren't going to have any medical care or anything like that, and the person said to the father of the child-to-be, well, when you hurt yourself at work the other day, you sought medical attention. And the guy said, well, that's different. So who the hell knows what's going on out there? And as I said, I didn't particularly want to try and do this thing over, although I did just listen to the other one. But I just, since there was a part 1, I guess I wanted a part 2, and I don't know, this is a pretty crappy one, and I apologize for that. And unfortunately, over the next 2 or 3, I'm not sure, I'm going to have to bring back another one of these things. But anyway, that's sort of it. And this was a really unpleasant one to talk about. So anyway, as Pat Condell would say, peace, ladies and gentlemen, peace.